everyone, this is Cindy with Magazine Mama, and I'm going to be doing a couple website critiques. I posted inside the private Facebook group if anyone wanted a website critique to post their link, and I can only do a couple. So I've chosen 2 or 3 depending on the time. I'm just going to give a few tips, and it's really important that your website is optimized to book clients, because I know a lot of you may be doing Facebook, maybe even Facebook advertising, and I know you're working really hard on Instagram and Pinterest and all the ways to drive traffic to your website. But if your website isn't sending the right message or isn't optimized to get client information properly, or if there's things that can be hindering clients when they go to your site, then all that effort that all the time and money and ads you've been putting into driving people to your website, it's not going to work. So it's very important to have your website optimized and make sure it is working properly. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if I can here. And let's see here. If I can share my screen here. Okay, if you can see my screen, let's see, I'm going to Amy's website here. And this is Amy. She's a part of our group, and her website is Almerenda Photography. Let me make sure you can all see that. And another reason I wanted to post this live is so that if anyone got on and had any questions while I was giving the critique, you can just go ahead and ask them. And hopefully some of the tips I'm giving will be able to help others as well. So Amy, the first thing I'm going to say is, I like how you have everything set up. The first thing, you have a bunch of different photos going through your gallery, a lot of different types of photography. So I would say, like, right off, I would want to know what your ideal client is. Who is your ideal client? It's okay to photograph different types of genres, but usually there's one type of person that you're trying to reach. And whether it's weddings, like one main sales driver for your photography business. So I see that see you photograph some bands and concerts, and you should probably connect with Tori in our group as well, because she has been doing a lot of that lately. So anyways, I would say who's your main ideal client, and I would feature those images in your gallery. And then the next thing I wanted to notice or mention is you have calendar here, and when I click on calendar, I'm kind of thinking that it's going to show me a calendar of events, but then when I click on it, I think it's just your scheduling calendar. So this is not something that I would recommend having on your website. This is something that I would recommend emailing to your customers, because maybe they want a shoot and they see you're already booked and it hinders them from contacting you. So you want to make sure to have them contact you first and not show your calendar, because, like, for example, this event here, or it says unavailable, maybe your plans change and you are available at this certain date and time. Things change all the time. So I would just make that a private link. And let me go back to the main site. I did notice, I like how you have galleries here, and then you have the different types of photography that you shoot. I did see here you have flyers created, and I wasn't quite sure if this is like your design work or these are the photos that you've taken. So I would specify more on that. And then showcase details. Let's see, this is more of a showcase. This is pretty cool that you're going to be featuring your photography. I would probably put that as, like, maybe put that on the blog, or maybe events, or something like that. Or you could leave it like that if you like. That's just a personal preference. But overall, really well. I like how the site is laid out, and I like your photography. And let's see here, you have the about, locations, published work. You could make testimonials a separate link, navigational link right here as well, because people see the about and they expect to find out about you. But I would move testimonials out into the main navigational bar. So those are a few tips for you. Hopefully that's helpful. The next site I'm going to review is, this is one for, let's see here, Epic Edge Photography. And let's go to the home page. Okay, this is for Corey's website, and I really liked, I think she had mentioned that she just recently had it redone, and I think it looks beautiful. I really like it a lot. So there's not too much that I would change on it. The only observation that I made was on the blog. When you click on the blog, it crops these main blog images, and it just crops out their faces. And that's something you might not have any control over based on your template. I'm not sure if you're able to change it so that you can resize the images so they can see the entire face, because see, it's cutting off their heads. And that's just, that's one change I would make. And then one more thing I wanted to say on this website is, for example, this blog post, I noticed it says, enjoy frequent what to wear ideas, senior edition. Follow EEP on social media, and all senior clients have option for their own private Pinterest ideas board. I noticed these aren't linked at all. And this is a great opportunity when you're telling them to follow you on social media. I would say go ahead and just link up the social media that you want them to follow you on. And right here, when it says have their option for their own private Pinterest ideas board, this is a great opportunity to hyperlink the word Pinterest and send them to your Pinterest account. So that's the only critique I have on this. Overall, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really, really nice site. I love your photography. I can tell who your ideal client is, and I like the navigation, how it's laid out. So really well done there. Another one is Jennifer G Photography, and she just wanted feedback on the overall look and feel of the website, and I think it looks great. I love the colors. I love pink, of course. I think everything looks great. One thing I noticed is right here, this got cut off here. So I would just edit that, because right here it's not cut off. So I would just fix that. And the only other, this is again personal preference. I love your logo font here, and hi Corey, she just came on. Great job, by the way. Jennifer, I love your logo, and I love the font you're using here. And I love this font right here. It's like a sans serif. And then here, you've got kind of more of a, not really a handwritten font, but it doesn't match with this font. So I like to see consistency with the fonts. It's okay to use 2 different kinds of fonts, maybe even 3, but if you can stick to 2 or 3 types of fonts. And then this light pink, I love pink, of course, that's what I'm saying, but it may be kind of light. I would change it to the same gray as this. I think it would stand out a lot better. But overall, I love the look and feel of your site, and the logo and everything. So I think that's the only critiques I had on there. And then one last one is going to be Danita Hosking Photography. Danita is revamping her website, so she wanted any ideas of what to do in her new website. And let me see if I can move that here. So Danita, one thing I would say in your new website, I mean, I love all your photos, but there's just a lot of them, and it kind of is really, there's just a lot. I think there's too many images here, and it does take a little bit time to load, a little bit extra time to load when you have so many images on one page. So I would reduce the number of images, and I know she mentioned that some of these images are old, so she's going to get some fresh images on there, so that would be great. And then I noticed you have your sign up, your email sign up down here, and you have to scroll down to see it. So if email is really important to you for your business, which I recommend it for everybody's photography business, and I'm actually going to be launching an email marketing course pretty soon, I would have this email sign up, I would have it higher up, because what if they don't scroll down, they don't see it? So you lose that opportunity to gather their information. And so that's what I would say on that. Oh, and then one last thing, Danita, I would say here you have props, session props for purchase. And then if I click on that, says photography props on Etsy. And I think it's great if you're selling props that go along with your photography. If you really want to sell them, I would just say maybe, instead of say props, maybe have an Etsy shop or link straight to your Etsy shop. Let's see here. Yeah, because it does link, it links down here. So again, that's kind of a personal preference, but I wonder if there's a way that you can embed your Etsy shop into your website, because it's not really great to have them clicking away to an Etsy store. You have to think, what's the objective? Are you trying to sell them on your props, or are you trying to sell them on your photography? So maybe an idea might be is to sell them on your photography first, and then email your clients who signed up, email them a link to your shop. That way they don't get distracted and go shop around on your Etsy shop. And then of course Etsy, you know, there's so many different shops and so many distractions there, they may not even make it back to your website. So that's the recommendation I have for you there. And that's about all that I have time to do today. If any of you are not in the group, I will post a link below this video to join my private Facebook group. And I can't give critiques on everybody, but you feel free to leave your link to your website. And there are a lot of really talented people inside the group. And I encourage you guys to just help each other and work together and provide feedback for other people as well, if you're able to do that. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you guys who are critiqued and maybe some other people who are watching. And I will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.